Hey everyone, it's Libby from Meister Tarot. I'd like to acknowledge the Worimi First Nations people on whose traditional lands these videos are made, and welcome to you, your guides, my guides, and the universal energies. Right, we're on to our alternate topic today. I am loving these alternate topics. So if you've got any that you want me to look at, I've got a list already, but I'm quite happy to add to this list. So what I'm looking at is the Gobekli Tepe. Gobekli Tepe, I'm sure I've pronounced that completely wrong, also known as the Kahan Tepe. I'll put the title up so you know what I'm talking about. But basically, it's in Turkey. It's um, a site where they have found carved limestone circles that are dating back to, believe, around 11,000 years ago, so prehistoric times. Prehistoric basically refers to before settled agriculture and before the advent of the metals, the Bronze Age, Iron Age, etc. Predates Stonehenge by 6,000 years. There is believed to be 16 rings. Geophys has shown about 16 rings. 4 of the rings have been uncovered in about an acre so far. So it's a mound in Turkey, was all covered up, and archaeologists back in the, I believe, the 1960s sort of more poo-pooed it, and only recently have been uncovering. Can only be uncovered during 2 periods, 2 months in spring, 2 months in autumn, because it gets too hot and too wet during summer and winter to actually work on the site. So what it is they are carved standing stones. Not actually, they are lying down, but they are being restored to their standing position, with foxes, lions, scorpions, and vultures um, carved into these sandstones, which is quite possible given the use of flint at that stage, sandstone being a very soft stone. Now, what I really got using my Lightseers Tarot, I didn't get too much more information on this because I really just want to see where my boys take me with it. I love that the first card is the one on the base, the Sun card. Connection with spirit, full illumination, joy, glory, just everything. I don't have enough words to actually explain how this card looks. But what I really got while I was writing down my notes was that I got a feeling that, the scientists haven't found domestic usage of the area, so fire pits and everyday clay pots and things like that. They have found nearby quite a number of butchered animal bones, so with notches, etc., in the bones themselves. It was a very lush area back in the day. Not so lush anymore, but very lush back in the day. And what I really got a feeling of that it was a meeting place of the leaders. I'm going to say warlords, but I'm not really meaning warlords themselves. It's just more the tribal leaders. And that the foxes, lions, scorpions, and vultures that are carved on these stones are the symbols of these leaders themselves. They're, if I'm going to say they're totem animal, but you get what I mean when I say that. I'm trying to talk in old language using modern euphemisms and languages. So let's have a look, because it's surprising scientists that they're not actually seeing carvings of the hunting animals, the animals that were used for food in that particular area. So I really got it that it was a meeting place of powerful leaders, and the symbols that are carved are the symbols of those leaders themselves. Okay, but let's see where the boys take us. Show us the energies behind the Gobekli Tepe. The Gobekli Tepe. Oh, they want that card. Show me the energies. Show me the energies behind it. What do we need to know about this particular site? Now, if I'm getting anything completely wrong, let me know, but also I'm more than happy for the discussion about your own thoughts. But let's have a look. Where are the boys taking me? What is the energies behind? The energies behind. Okay. Right, so the first card that fell out, let's have a look. What came first? I think it was this one. The Justice card, but this is about a balancing wisdom sharing, but it's also, yeah, thank you. The fact that the figure, it's like a mirror image, but it's not a mirror image. I'm really getting that's about sharing of knowledge is what I'm getting there. Coming together and sharing of knowledge. Now I'll just click down to get those cards a little bit darker because they are lighter because they are. Yeah. New chapter, stepping forward into the new chapter. Unity. Thank you. They've reminded me of the meaning, one of the meanings for this card. This is about unity of diversity and a coming together. And in this circle and sharing the light. Who made your arcana as the signifier cards? And I'm looking here at all the other circles that are within that main circle there. But I'm also drawn to these symbols. And I'm seeing that as a science and technology. Show me about the energies behind the scenes in regards to this particular site. Again, we've got these concentric circles coming forward that's in this card as well, the intertwining circles. Now, what am I getting here? What was that flash? I'm getting that every year that they came together, it was the job of another tribe to put up another ring. This is interesting. Okay. So we've got the new start and faith and hope and trust and the youthful energy stepping out in a new beginning. So we're talking about really getting a sharing of information and connections between all these tribes. I don't think they came together every year because that would be just so onerous on them. What am I getting here? How often did they come together? I'm getting that there was an astrological alignment that told them when to come together to share knowledge, share information. This is really interesting. Because when we think of prehistoric times, very much it's about hunter-gatherer and disparate societies, small tribes. But I'm not feeling that in regards to this. Now, we've got the Nine of Wands there. This can be boundaries, but I'm really getting that it is they're sharing ideas, communicating within this boundary. So they're coming into okay, thank you. I'm getting that it was considered a weapons at the door type place. Now, I'm not saying that, they were actually literally fighting or anything like that. It's just it was considered a sacred, safe zone to come together, to communicate, to share ideas. Okay, where else are we going with this, guys? Yes. Look at this, 4 major arcana straight out of the sun, this sun card. Again, I do not have words for how brilliant this is. This is connection with universe. This is illumination, full illumination. This is embracing all that is and all that can be. And then we have the Queen of Cups out of this coming together, negotiation. There is still emotion in the picture here with this half submerged, but she's the feminine energy, diplomat, negotiator, bringing forward what is something in her cup to share, gratitude, embracement. These are great cards. Crowning this ring. Three straight across. The Empress. She's about bringing forward something significantly new that is bringing abundance for the sake of Mother Earth. There is wisdom here with this feminine moon that is being imparted through these pearls of wisdom. This is the karma hanging over the site. Two of Pentacles. Thank you. The physical and the spiritual. So there were 2 aspects to the site because, thank you, because there was, they didn't have science as we knew it. So it's a balance of the physical and the spiritual, which is faith and hope and the interconnections. Trying to explain what's here, there's a lot here. There is a lot here, but we'll see where it goes because I haven't really narrowed it down yet. 10 of Wands, the end of letting go of old ideas that no longer serve you, old messaging that no longer serves, and moving on, leaving behind. So I'm seeing that this is sharing for advancement. Another 10 of Swords, letting go and stepping over into the new dawn. 2 10s here, ends of cycles, the world, ends of continuing unity, bringing forward new cycles. What have we got going here? Strengths, compassionate strengths, empathetic strengths, bringing forth the internal and the external strength. I'm really getting that it's okay. Thank you. Would it be a 10-year cycle, guys? I'm seeing that there's an astrological cycle that comes forth. Is there a 10-year astrological cycle? Talking about sort of star formation, that type of thing, where they would journey to this point with their new ideas, leaving behind the old, where the new knowledge would come forward and they could step over into the next stage. And then we've got the Three of Wands, broadening the horizons, looking to the distance, seeing the big picture and bringing these communications to fruition. This is huge energy here. So what I'm getting, very much so, is that it's about sharing of knowledge and information, sharing of wisdom, sharing of ideas, enlightenment. Okay, let's see where this goes. I've been told to use the Nature's Whispers. Okay, thank you. Right. So I'm using my Nature's Whispers cards, beautiful artwork on these cards. Okay, thank you. I'm being told to actually do a Celtic cross spread with them, which is not something that I'd normally do. So tell me about these Gobekli Tepe stones. That was big energy with the lights there. So let's see if we can get some more. Gobekli Tepe stones. What do we need to know about them? If you're ever making tarot cards, these ones are a little bit big. If you look at the difference in the size, it does make them hard to shuffle. Show me the good Tepe stones. What do we need to know, guys? What do we need? Can't get over the number of major arcana that were there. Yeah, inner truth, bringing truth to out into the light. Right, keep shuffling, guys. Okay. Looking at this, looks almost like the pillars all around. What do we need to know about these Gobekli Tepe stones? I'm getting that when they uncover more, they will see the carving symbols change. At the moment, they're getting foxes, lions, scorpions. Foxes were foxes all over Europe. So lions in Africa, scorpions from the Middle East, and vultures from. Where am I getting the vultures from? I'm really getting a feel even further west. No, east. So I'm sort of getting it's a right. Thank you. Now I don't know where all these critters were 11,000 years ago, but I'm really getting the scorpions of the like. Now I'm going to call Egypt Middle East. I know it's not, but I'm getting that um, that sort of dry, deserty Saudi Arabia area. The lions, Africa, foxes, Europe, and I'm actually getting the vultures further towards. I'm not going to say Tibet, that's too far, but that that Pakistan, perhaps north of Pakistan, above India. Let me know. Is that Tibet? But that's what I'm feeling. I'm feeling that it was it was a journey and a half. It was a journey and a half for these leaders, but they came together every time this alignment came, this astrological alignment came to share. Oh, how long were they there for? Okay, I'm going to backtrack on what I said earlier about each tribe taking a turn. I'm getting each tribe carved X number of stones while the discussion, they were there to symbolize the coming together. I think what's going to happen is they move outwards with discovering these stones, they're going to find more, they're going to find different carvings. Let's have a look. Okay, we go Gobekli Tepe. Let's look down. So the first card we had out was this inner truth. Um, Sharing of knowledge is what I'm getting from that card. Higher ground. Now we do know that it was on a raised area where you could see for miles around and see the the herds for miles around, but I'm really getting also higher ground intellectually, knowledge-wise, sharing of the truth on this higher ground to bring a higher knowledge foundation, being spontaneous. Okay, not quite sure how the foundation, spontaneous. I'm really getting the connection here between these two figures. And, oh, okay, is it Mars energy? Is there a Mars cycle that happened every so often, the red planet that's very clear even to the naked eye, that brought about these connections? Assurance, stability in the past. This is what this was all about. Stability, growth, um, sharing knowledge for the strength of all is what I'm getting, is the reason for that. At the same time, they also celebrated their differences through these carvings and through the sharing of the information, celebrating the differences. This was an earth in unity, is what I'm really getting here. This is working together. And I'm just feeling a huge, there wasn't this sort of me versus us versus them patriarchal, um, tribal boundaries type energy. It was about celebrating all that came. It was celebrating the whole gauntlet of the sexuality range and the skin color range and the knowledge range, and this actually feels a beautiful place. The energy, if you've been there, let me know. Let me know what the energies were like, because it just feels like it's a real unified acceptance celebration energy. Yeah, hope and happiness coming out of these celebrated energies, these celebrating the differences for the sake of the strength, for the taking the higher ground in regards to this and sharing the truths that each has discovered. These are great cards. Love them. Externally, it was about new experiences and possibilities. This was information sharing on a scale beyond what we can even perceive at the moment, which sounds crazy given our connected world. Internally, bringing forward breakthroughs. Yes, there are negative cards in this deck, but these are all positive. This was bringing and sharing new experiences, new possibilities, and breakthroughs. This was about I'm getting that how do I explain this, guys? Uh, if you think your history back and you've got the Bronze Age and then the coming of the Iron Age when Egypt was ruled under pharaohs, etc., that was a very masculine control energy. This was before metals. This was about sharing agriculture ideas, sharing flint ideas, sharing medicine ideas. This is huge. Okay. When being in, okay, if you ever go to this site, maintain your childlike energy and just rejoice in the energy that is there. So what is it going to teach us going forward? The big picture. about a sustainable earth, about sharing ideas, about not clinging on for the sake of capitalism. Looking at this is about the earth, big picture for Mother Earth. This is the future going forward. Catch your breath. I'm not going to flip it down. I'm going to let you look at the picture. Catch your breath. There is profound direction, thank you guys, coming from this. Profound direction. Keep your dreams alive. The future is going to be, big picture future is going to be fabulous. Hang on to those dreams and open your heart. That's the message that this site has got for us. It's all about the big picture. Catch your breath, because it's quite outstanding what it is going to bring for us. It's going to be quite a roller coaster going forward. Keep your dreams alive and bring those dreams with an open heart. With an open heart where it's all about sharing. There is going to be this shift in energy. It's coming, where there will be illumination and the wisdom of the feminine moon brought forward. Amplify your positive emotions. This goes with the maintain your childlike spirit. It's not being childish. It's about maintaining the feeling of curiosity and awe and acceptance. Hate is taught, hate is not born. Maintain your positive emotions, because we are coming to this renewal of peace that is being brought forward by intuition, a connection with universe. Plug into your intuition, knowing that it comes from spirit, from universe, because we are coming to a culmination of a vision going forward. These are beautiful, beautiful cards. This is the energies that the Gobekli Tepe is bringing forward for us. It is all about coming together, unity, to bring together breakthroughs for I'm going to say Mother Earth, the planet, but for all that dwell on her, not just humanity. Wow, thank you. That's why I was drawn to that deck. Right, I'm going to use my intuitive cards just to see whether we're trying to learn the lesson on a more... So that was a very... sorry, boundary fence is getting replaced if you hear drilling, etc. Undoing of the screws. That was very much on the higher vibration spiritual level, though the Nature's Whispers cards I'm going to have a look on a more practical physical level now with my intuitive cards. The Gobekli Tepe, also known as the Kahan Tepe. What is it going to teach us? What are we going to learn? Okay. Right. First card out, the masculine energy. The patriarchal my way or the highway control. Let's see. Growth of contracts and agreements. The swamp. Families coming together. The rule no longer. Okay. No longer. We are coming together and saying no to this masculine swamp controlling energy, dictatorship energy. This devil anger. Which is filling through loyalty, plus abundance is going to end. I'm getting that this is, if I say extreme capitalism, rampant capitalism is coming to an end. The loyalty, the full loyalty to this toxic, angry energy that is creating an abundance for few is coming to an end. Communication is key. Communication, sharing the message is going to bring about a rebalancing. The leap of faith, celebration, enjoy and illumination. Got the dark energy here, the intertwining of the dark energy, right? Throughout the earth is large. Yeah. These are big corporations. I'm not saying to break them up, but just break the control they have, this huge control they have on the world stage via, I'm going to say via taxing them, via actually taxing them. Where's this going? Via cutting a hole in their money bag and having some of the coins spill out is going to bring about a fast decrease in this energy. Thank you, guys. It's small to start with, but it's about giving help and working together to bring strength. But it's also the tree working together to rebuild, to regrow the strength and happiness. This greed is going to be a difficult message for some to hear. The change is going to be slow, but we've got this rebuilding through sharing that's going to bring about a change, a flipping of this fear and greed and division. This is a crossroads moment that is going to be a positive towards peace and goodness. So, yeah, this is basically talking about the global movement of changing rampant capitalism, taxing, closing loopholes of tax sanctuaries. It's a move. It's a move from the masculine. Now, I'm not talking about men. You know what I'm talking about. When the masculine swamp rule towards it's just a better society. And it is about the sharing and the communication and the coming together and giving help and the fairness for all. Okay, thanks for joining me. That was a really interesting topic. If there's something specifically about it that you'd like me to look further into, let me know. Keep these ideas coming. Take care. Love you. Catch you later.